It was February 19th, 1945. The sands of Iwo Jima, a desolate volcanic island in the Pacific, held no signs of life. But as the first wave of U.S. Marines stormed its beaches, they would soon discover that Iwo Jima was teeming with danger. Beneath the surface, hidden in a labyrinth of tunnels, caves, and concrete bunkers, Japanese forces lay waiting, prepared to defend their homeland with fierce determination. This would not be a battle fought in days or weeks. It would leave scars that would last for generations. The Battle of Iwo Jima was not just an iconic moment in World War II, it was a brutal struggle for survival, innovation, and perseverance. On one side, American forces sought control of the island's airfields, a critical step on the path to mainland Japan. On the other, Japanese soldiers, under the command of General Tadamichi Kuribayashi, fortified themselves for a desperate and selfless resistance. Today, we'll uncover not only the strategies and sacrifices that defined the brutal 36 days of fighting, but also the legacy of this battle, and the enigmatic man who orchestrated Japan's unyielding defense. To understand the stakes of Iwo Jima, we must first understand its location. Just 750 miles from Japan, this island was small, only 8 square miles, but its position was of enormous strategic value. The U.S. needed it as a forward base for bombers and to provide emergency landing airstrips for damaged aircraft returning from missions over Japan. For the Japanese, losing Iwo Jima was unthinkable. It was effectively a shield for their mainland. The American forces, spearheaded by the U.S. Marine Corps, came prepared. Nearly 70,000 Marines set sail toward Iwo Jima, equipped with tanks, naval bombardments, and air support. Opposing them were approximately 21,000 Japanese defenders. Outnumbered 3-1, it might have seemed like an impossible challenge. But what the Japanese lacked in numbers, they made up for in strategy and unwavering resolve. This determination was fueled, in part, by the leadership of one man, General Tadamichi Kuribayashi. Kuribayashi was unlike many other Japanese commanders of his time. Educated abroad in Canada and the United States, he had studied Western culture, language, and military tactics. He knew America's industrial might was overwhelming, and in his heart, he understood that Japan could not win the war. Yet, his loyalty to the emperor and his country was unshakable. Kuribayashi's mission was clear: hold Iwo Jima for as long as possible. Every day the island resisted would delay the American advance and buy precious time for Japan. But Kuribayashi's plan was unlike anything the U.S. forces had encountered before. Unlike traditional Japanese defense tactics, which often included aggressive beach assaults and banzai charges, Kuribayashi crafted a different strategy. He ordered his troops to dig deep into the island itself. Over the course of months, his soldiers carved a sprawling network of tunnels, miles upon miles, connecting bunkers, artillery positions, and underground living quarters. Concealed pillboxes and hidden machine gun nests dotted the terrain. Mount Suribachi, towering at the southern tip of the island, became a fortress, packed with weapons and observation posts. Kuribayashi also strictly forbade the use of banzai charges, believing them to be wasteful. Instead, he instructed his men to hold their positions and conserve ammunition. His goal was not to defeat the Americans outright, but to inflict as much damage as possible and make them pay dearly for every inch of ground. When the U.S. Marines landed on the morning of February 19th, they were met with an eerie, unsettling silence. The naval bombardment preceding the invasion, 70 days of relentless shelling, had destroyed much of the island's surface. But the Marines soon discovered that the Japanese defenders were not on the beaches. They were beneath them. The calm shattered as Japanese artillery opened fire from concealed positions, cutting down waves of American troops. Chaos erupted as the volcanic ash of the beaches, soft and sinking, made it nearly impossible to dig foxholes or take cover. Progress was excruciatingly slow.